Hey, it's Brad with CrimeStopper Insights. We will be going over our safety and security products, as well as the installation and troubleshooting of them. Here we are in the CrimeStopper installation bay. Today I'm joined by Orlando, who is our head of our CrimeStopper technical service team. So what are we working on today, Orlando?
Today we'll be doing a backup camera and dash monitor on this 2004 GMC Yukon.
Is this a vehicle-specific solution?
Nope, we'll be doing the install on this today. However, it is a universal application that works on just about every vehicle in the market today.
So where would we get started at this?
We're going to go ahead and start on the rear of the vehicle with the backup camera.
Perfect. Let's get started. All right, now that we're at the back of the vehicle, what camera are we going to install?
We've decided to go with a bar mount that goes over the existing plate. The reason we did this is most cars and SUVs have a recessed area that holds the plate as well as the factory lighting. In this case, it doesn't have that, so we can't mount anything here. So that's why we're going with the plate mount. It also happens to be one of our easiest options because it only requires us to remove the two factory bolts, and the bar mount goes directly over that.
So now that we've got the camera mounted, what's our next step?
Since this vehicle uses a truck style frame, we have the option to be able to go underneath the vehicle or through the interior. For this install, we chose to go inside. Keeps our hands cleaner and makes for a faster, easier install that way.
Perfect. So to do that, we are going to have to remove some of these plastic panels as well as the third row seat. Some of the tools that we're going to need are a plastic pry tool as well as a standard and or metric socket set.
We went ahead and routed the camera cable up through the bumper frame and into the rear corner. We had a pre-existing grommet that we're able to run the cable up into the cab with. Some vehicles will have one there, others won't. In the case that you may not have one, you just have to drill a hole and put a grommet in there. Now that we have the camera cabling up inside the interior, we're going to go ahead and grab power from the rear tail light so that whenever the vehicle's put in reverse, the camera will power up and show a picture on the monitor.
So we know that we're going to need a reverse trigger to turn on the camera. So we know that that will be here at the light itself, so what we need to do is remove these two screws so that we can pop out the light assembly so that we can test the wiring in the back. We'll be doing that by using our digital multimeter to test the wires at the reverse light to find out which one turns to 12 volts when Orlando puts the vehicle into reverse. So now that we've determined that this wire will trigger our camera on, we will make a connection to our main harness that will run it up to the front of the vehicle. Now that we've grounded our camera, which we did have to create our own grounding spot in the vehicle, we then ran our wiring up to the front of the vehicle, utilizing the factory wiring to zip tie our wires along with it. So what's our next step?
Next, we'll take all the under dash paneling off so that we can wire in the camera and the monitor all together underneath the dash area. Now that we've ran power and video cable from the camera in the rear all the way up to the front, we're able to plug in the RCA video to our monitor, which I pre-installed already due to the fact that it's just a simple double stick mount that's going to be up on the corner of the dash, and I dropped the cable right here. What we now have is the power wire from the camera that we ran from that reverse trigger, as well as the monitor wiring. So we'll tie these together to supply power to the monitor. All we have left now is a ground wire, which we'll tie here in the driver kick panel. We'll test everything out before we tape everything up and reassemble.
So we've got all of our testing done. The only things left to do are to button up a little bit of the wiring in the front, put in the factory panels as well as the rear seats. So what all did we do today, Orlando?
For the rear camera, we used an SV5150. The monitor up in the front, we used an SV8150 HD.
So are those the only options that we really had for this?
No, we have a wide assortment available on our website, ranging anywhere from consumer to commercial options.
Perfect. Let's put everything back together and go through our final testing. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you found it very informative. As you can see, it was a pretty straightforward installation.
If at any point during your installation you find yourself needing technical support, feel free to visit our website at CrimeStopper.com, where we have all of our contact information as well as the ability to submit an online question and view our videos and tech tips.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up for us. Make sure you check us out on Facebook as well as check out our YouTube channel where we have all of our installation videos, and we'll see you next time.